Hello everybody, it's Lord Magicus, back here in the magic realm behind me. Yeah, this has been really fun to play with, but I don't know, we'll see, maybe I'll change up background sometime or something, but I've really been enjoying this whole thing. So, yeah, alright, it's time to play some Merfolks in Legacy, so let me get rolling on that. I have to borrow the cards. Let me get them from Mana Traders. do, 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 do. Nope, not that. Cards. We don't need Chalice, right? Oh god, I forgot that because now Daybreak has this. I have to sort these again. Sort by color. There we go. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, I don't need to borrow Brazen Borrower. I can take that off the list. My god, unlicensed hearse is like 40 ticks to borrow online. That's insane. Alright, well, fortunately, we already have all like the forces, so we don't have to borrow those. They don't count against us. So, alright, so we are getting the cards sent to us now. In the meantime, we'll wait for people to start showing up here. Do, 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 do. Any second now, Mana Traders, come on. Let's go. We're at 45% and climbing. Hello. I see you there in the chat. Yes. Oh, there we go. We got our cardboard. Digital cardboard. Okay. Oh my god. I thought, oh, wait. Is this, I have to hold control and A. Okay, no, I got it. It's okay. We are going to try Emperor, yes. That is our plan for today. I've had enough people ask me about it that I figured it's time we should at least try it. Even if it's not great, should still play him anyway just to appease the peoples. It's part of my lordly duties. I do have some responsibilities to my subjects, so we have to, try the new cards sometime. There we go. And here we are. We have a deck list. And I think everything is working great. Oh, look, it's even sized right. Perfect. Alright, did we get all matching cards this time? I think we did. I think... Nope, wait, no, we did. I think we have, for the first time, a completely matching deck list where all the cards are actually the same. They even gave me one of my favorite islands to use for this. This is amazing. This has to be a good omen. The Emperor is clearly on our side, so, yeah, that's what, this is so pretty to look at when it's like this. And we don't have mismatched play sets of cards. Nope, damn it, we were so close. They gave us mismatched Null Rods. Oh, fuck. Well, I should have known it was too good to be true. We were so close yet so far, but, we have an old Null Rod and a newer one. Oh, well, it's fine. It'll be fine. So, yeah, we're gonna play with the Emperor today, so... I don't remember how to, is there a way to make it... Oh, no, I don't want him in the sideboard. I want to make him bigger, but I forget, there's supposed to be a way to preview him, and I don't remember how to bring up that window, but that's okay. You guys can read what it does. So yeah, it's like Realm Walker, but it's a little bit better than that for us because it's one, a blue card, which is automatically better. And in addition, yeah, so you get to look at the top card and can cast Merfolk from it, so that's great. But unlike Realm Walker, it is a 3/3, and whenever you cast Merfolk, you can pay a colorless, and if you do, you get to make a token. So it means it gives you an incredible amount of digging power. So once you have like a ton of mana in play, you can like start casting a ton of creatures off the top of your deck and just making a bunch of tokens. So hopefully he can flood the board by himself and he'll be good against the non-blue decks. Stuff like where like Death and Taxes, like this card should be really good. Because it is a way for us to, like, if we can vial it in on 3 and then like, you know, cast like a Silvergill off the top and maybe like a Master or something, that should actually be really good. Can also cast like Tideshaper off the top with the kicker and maybe even pay the one to make a token with it, which would be fantastic. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things it does. The only thing that sucks though is like it is very vulnerable. Unlike True-Name Nemesis, it is a 3-drop that dies to like Lightning Bolt and it can get Pyroblasted really easily. So if we're gonna play it, we ideally want to be able to at least try to cast something off the top of the deck. But we are going to play with Mihail because, like I said, enough people have asked about it. And you know what? The other thing about this card, I don't know how a Merfolk is riding a horse like this, and I don't know why their underwater, like, seahorse has legs, but I'm not going to question it. That's... it. I don't know. It just seems a little bit sketchy to me. Yeah, I don't think I can make this any bigger, but like, why does he have legs and why is he why is the Merfolk doesn't have legs and is somehow still sitting on the saddle? Like, why is there even an underwater saddle for these things? I don't get it. Just, one thing to note though, Emperor Mihail is a noble, which apparently the Lord of Atlantis does not get to be a noble for some reason, so we only have one noble in our deck, and it is this creature. It's kind of weird to me. Like, I feel like Lord of Atlantis should definitely have a second creature type. Like, it used to have Lord, but they took it away. And now this one is a Merfolk Noble, but Lord of Atlantis is somehow not. That's crazy to me. I don't understand that, but sure, let's roll with it. Alright, other than that, I just, in order to make room for this, I cut the 2 Curse Catchers. I decided that something had to go to be able to play this card, and we decided to go with Curse Catcher. And kind of along the same lines, because we cut the Curse Catchers, I decided to go up on Hexcatchers here. So we're going to have all 4 Hexcatchers, which should help with our Wasteland mana a little bit, because now we have like more things we can cast with it. Because now we have Silvergill Adept and Hexcatcher. Oh, fuck, we have mismatching vials too. How did I not notice that? Why can't they just give me a matching playset of everything? One day it's going to happen, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah, Tideshaper can also use the brown mana from Wasteland, and I mean, even Emperor Mihail and True-Name Nemesis can use it a little bit, so it doesn't hurt as much to have brown mana, so, but we don't want to go less than 16 blue sources for sure. I am cutting 2 Lord of Atlantis to make the room for the Hexcatcher, so we still have 10 Lords, but only 6 of them are Island Walk Lords. However, we do have, like I said, Hexcatcher is extra protection against like combo decks. If we can get it in play, then you know its ability should help us, you know, not die to like, you know, opponents tapping out. So it's very good against decks like Storm. I'm hoping that it will be good against Doomsday as long as they don't turn 1 us. So, I mean, that should be fine, hopefully. We are playing 5 forces in the main deck today and 3 in the sideboard. So, like, this is our interaction here. And other cards that we're trying, yeah, we have our hearse went to the sideboard to make room for this. So, we're just hoping that Force is going to be good enough for Graveyard Hate until we can get to turn 2. And then, hopefully, then Hearse can slow them down. Other than that, I want to try some blue Elemental Blast because I do think like this can be helpful against the Delver decks. So it can also like counter stuff like Pyroblast, which is not irrelevant either. kind of nice that we have a 1 mana like, yeah, it helps us to slow them down a lot too, because you can use it to blow up like Dragon's Rage Channeler. So if we don't have Vial like or on turn 1, then maybe we can blast something in turn 1. And if we get Chalice in 1, then it usually doesn't matter that we can't cast something like this, because the opponent will just be hosed way worse. So there might be some other like scenarios, like maybe if we go up against Painter, like this card should be really good, or if we are up against like mono red, like the prison deck, like this card is also fantastic. So we'll see. I think that it's fine. We'll try it. I don't know if it's necessarily what needs to be in that slot. It could be something like Mystical Dispute. Like Mystical Dispute's probably a little bit better against Jeskai and 4-color control deck. So that's something we might have to test a little bit more. Other than that, like everything else is basically the same. I think, yeah, last time we played with Harbinger, but I had meant to put in Borrower, so we are going to play with Borrower. So there we go. That's it. Let's go play our Legacy. All right. No, not that. Where's our League? All the way down here. Fishies. Yes, let's go. Play League match. See if Emperor Mihail is going to guide us to victory today. We've been doing pretty good in Modern. We went like 4-1, and then we had like a 2-3, but then we bounced back with another 4-1, so that was pretty good. I'll bring the chat back up. There we go. I would love to play first. Oh my god! We're playing against another one of the fish fam. Uh, oh no. Uh-oh. I think that we're supposed to keep this, and I think we're just getting rid of Chalice of the Void. All right. Yeah. All right, let's go. We can't do anything here, so we'll see what happens. Putting together Legacy for GP Vegas. Ah, yeah. I should mention, I am planning to play in Star City Games, in Philly. I'm probably going to be playing Modern on Sunday, and I might go on Saturday for some side events. Okay. And then also Eternal Weekend is coming up at the beginning, or what is it, the first week of December, I think. It's December 8th through 11th in Philadelphia as well, so I am also intending to do that. Underground Scene to Brainstorm, so, alright. Maybe Doomsday? Alright, well, I'm not sure. I don't know what he's playing. It's probably not Merfolk. Doomsday is the Underground Sea deck that comes to mind first, so. How many Emperors am I running? I am playing 2 in my deck. Personal Tutor. Okay. That can't be good, right? That is Doomsday. Okay, I should have known this. Alright. So, are they just gonna... Is he gonna go for it right now? I think so. Might just be like Dark Ritual Doomsday. Okay. Well, we're definitely not doing that. We need to draw a fish. I mean, it's a fish. It does a thing. It plays around in potential days, too, with the island, so... Okay, we gotta kill them before he draws another Doomsday. So it turns out Force of Will was the correct keep here. This is actually not a terrible spot for Emperor Mihail if we can find him. So that it can help us put enough pressure on the board to try to kill him before Doomsday is a thing. That's actually not bad because that can also slow down a potential Doomsday. Remember, his life also gets halved when he casts Doomsday, so if his life is low enough, can't actually survive casting it. So right now, I think he loses 7, so theoretically, like, even if he casted Doomsday somehow this turn, if we draw a Lord, he would actually just die anyway. I mean, sure. Which might be what's happening. Okay, well, we have to top deck a Lord or we're dead. Or I guess technically drawing a Force of Negation might do something. But if we draw any Lord, so we have 9 Lords to draw here, so 9 out of 50. We have roughly like what 18-19% chance of just killing him this turn. We won't be able to use Street Wraith for this, so that's worth noting. It might depend on what the 2 cards in his hand are. So probably Edge of Autumn is something. Yeah, you can cycle with that. So I don't think Force of Negation will do it, but it depending on what exactly he does, maybe. Come on, Lord. That does it. That's a Lord. That's attack. Kill him. Here we go. Playing 10 Lords gave us... Yeah, we got there just barely. Alright. Okay, we bring in the forces here, so... Chalice is definitely fine against this deck, but it's not necessary by any means. Let's see. Probably just take out True-Name Nemesis. Like, their deck doesn't usually have a whole lot of removal, and it's kind of slow. We really just want to flood the board early. It is possible that he has something like Murktide, but it's more, It is also possible that maybe Brazen Borrower is supposed to come in, because that could theoretically buy us another turn. If he, like, goes for a Doomsday pile where he still has at least 1 card left in the deck, and I bounce it in response to that, it might give me another attack, so... The question is Borrower going to be better than Mihail? It might actually be in this case because it could have Murktide Regent. Some of these decks do play them as like a plan B. So for that reason, we can consider Borrower might be better than Mihail. Yeah. Show the chat. So, I don't really think that we want the Dismember. We don't have them in our main deck, but he did not know that, so he was considering having to play around it. However, Brazen Borrower will do something very similar, so... Oh, fuck. I have to bring a card back in. Alright, there we go. Okay, I guess we just do that. I only had 59 cards. Oops. Actually, I think this is a really good hand to keep. We have 2 forces here, so he can't, like, turn 1 us, and Silvergill will help us rebuild pretty well. We can island into Wasteland here, so... This is about as good an opening hand as we can reasonably hope for. Even if he, like, Thought Seizes me, it doesn't matter that much. So, Doomsday definitely can be a very tough deck. Like, Thought Seize into just Doomsday with Force backup is very hard to beat. Alright. I could Wasteland him, but I probably am going to need it to cast Silvergill right now. And I don't think that I'm losing this turn with double forces here, so... Though I mean, if I had drawn another land, I might have seriously considered Wastelanding this. But without another land to guarantee that I'm actually going to be able to apply pressure, I'm not comfortable burning the Wasteland that I need when I have a good plan of just casting Silvergills. But sometimes, like, if you can keep them off their mana sources, like, you know, Wasteland would have been pretty good. So, like, because they do need triple black in order to cast Doomsday. I mean, okay. Sure, there's your ritual. We are going to, I guess, Force of Negate this to pitch Merfolk Trickster. He only has 3 cards left, so that's pretty good. I think given that, that is a tough choice. I could either play Silvergill or I could play Vial and Wasteland him, which is not a terrible plan at all. That puts him a lot further away from being able to do stuff. Very, very difficult for me to decide. Think maybe we play a Silver... Oof. I'm going to play the Silvergill. He's going to daze it? Okay, sure. Okay. It means he's not comboing off this turn, probably, so... We could have another daze. And if we had Chalice on one, like, that would also be pretty devastating, because it would turn off, like, all of the dig spells. Hey, Personal Tutor, he's going to go for another Doomsday. It's fair. Okay. I guess we're just hoping he doesn't have another daze. Nope. Okay, excellent. Alright. I think this is a good turn to Wasteland him. Could have used that other island by now, but... Yep, that makes sense. He cycles it to... and I guess if he wants to draw a card with that thing, he may as well cycle it, yeah. So Edge of Autumn is a really bad one to just have in hand, so... Okay. Well, he has to find another land and another Doomsday, so... Oh, that's good. Merfolk. Alright, so if we can, like, dodge it for one more turn, we'll probably have enough damage to outrace a Doomsday. Yeah, here we go. As long as he doesn't, like... Actually, I guess even if he did it now, we would still have the 7 we need, so I think we're fine. I have chosen you. Hold on. let me tick up this vial. Chosen you to be on while you drive to Newark while chauffeuring. Ha! Well, I think we just win here. This is our first match. We won game 1. We're up against one of the Fish fam at the moment, so... But I think now, like, it's unlikely that they're going to be able to win here. So this is game 2, and, like, even if they cast Doomsday here, I think, yeah, we got it. Good games. Like, we have too much pressure. Like, they wouldn't be able to cast Doomsday and win this turn, so... And we have very lethal, much death. So, there we go. We won our first match against Doomsday. And thank you for subscribing again. I do appreciate that, though you know I don't expect you to do that. You subscribing has probably paid for, like, most of the equipment that's behind me right now. The lantern lights and, like, the green screen that I have going on here, so... It's 16 months now? Yeah. No, you probably paid for almost all of this. This isn't the most terrible hand. Like, we can go Vial into Chalice, and then we do have Emperor Mihail to, like, potentially try to draw out some stuff. I'll attempt keeping this and see if this works. Sure. I don't like telling them about Wasteland until we're going to use it, so... I don't know what we're up against here. They haven't shown us, like, Yurion or anything, so... This may be relevant or may not be. I guess if I played Otawara, they probably would have known what was happening regardless. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. Then I'm probably playing this Chalice on 0 now and using Wasteland. And then if they play another land this turn, I can just kick Tideshaper on it. This is probably the Mystic Forge deck, I think. I think that's the one that comes to mind for these two cards. Which means they have lots of mana acceleration, and we really want to be sure that we, like, nail as much of it as possible. No Lotus Petals, no LEDs, like, none of that shit, please. City of Traders, okay, that's fine. I can island that too. It could be Narset, but I have a feeling that it's the other one. Merfolk. So let's kick a Tideshaper here. Congratulations, you are an island. And I think I'm going to tick the Vial up to 3 so that I can actually cast stuff with Mihail off the top of the deck. Because they might actually just, you know, Karn me, like, and, I don't know, this Vial might not be long for this world. The thing is, if they tap this Monolith, it's probably not untapping. And I don't want to play the Otawara right now. So I might need it for, like, Ensnaring Bridge. I can only play Merfolk off the top here, so sadly I can't use it. But I'm going to draw that next turn. I'm not going to be able to put this Silvergill into play anytime in the near future. Like I said, I'm going to hold on to Otawara just in case, like, they try to stall with a bridge. I have one land coming up here, and we'll see. We might find the fourth land if it's relevant. We are attacking for 9 damage next turn, so hopefully that will put them low enough where it's fine. Hopefully the Chalice and 0 is hurting them enough. They have access to 6 colorless mana right now. Oh, they use the Simian Spirit Guide. Okay, so here's Burgi. Sure, you have a Burgi, I guess. Oh, you know what? No, I can use the Otawara next turn because I have Emperor Mihail. It only costs 3 to use because I have a legendary creature. Okay, so he's just burning his hand. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is what is this? Fucking mono red. This is a storm deck, right? Okay. So I think, yeah, we are correct to try to do this. Ruby Storm. Yes, that's the name of it. I haven't played it in like a really long time, so I'm not like super familiar with the deck, but I know that it's basically just like a mono red storm deck, and like they have a lot of nonsense. Okay. Okay, well, 50-50 chance that they discard whatever they just searched for, which they discarded Echo. I guess they're going to use it. Well, if they cast Echo, like, we get to draw potentially Force of Will, so that would be kind of baller. Well, we drew Force, so that's sort of good. I guess it's just a matter of making sure we actually counter something relevant here. I guess they have 4 mana right now. I don't think that mana is the limiting factor for them at the moment, so maybe I'm supposed to play Trickster here, but I'm not sure entirely. I don't know yet. Defense Grid? I don't like the look of that. I think I'm supposed to force this. I guess the other concern is if he plays like another Echo, then I might want to have mana up to play Hexcatcher. I'm not. No, but with Burgi, like I don't know if Hexcatcher is going to matter. I might just be supposed to like maybe I was supposed to just Trickster this thing so he just didn't get mana from that last spell. Uh, you know, fuck. He could just be getting like a board wipe right now, so I guess I don't know if like I guess I should wait to see what he gets with Burning Wish. I mean, it's very likely that we're dead in this turn, but it's not impossible that we survive. If we might get another Echo, then that could help us. If he gets something like Anger of the Gods, that would be really bad. That said, I don't know if we could survive it. It's possible. Reforge the Soul. Okay. Okay, well, we're doing this now. I think he's just trying to get as much mana as possible to cast Reforge the Soul, so Obviously, I'm not paying 1 here for that. Okay, you might wheel us into another force, so... He's just going to unload his hand. Yes, it is the Miracle Wheel, but he has to spend actual mana on it this time. We did pick up another force, which is kind of nice. Depends on what his 7 is. Like, we're not dead yet. This cost 5, so all of his artifacts here are tapped, which is cool. He's already played a land, so if we get to untap, he actually just dies. Even if he casts something like Empty the Warrens, that wouldn't be enough because we do have Island Walk for exactly 11. So, yeah, it's... Not sure what he's going to do with the remaining 5 mana here. He's got to be really careful about it, because, like, Lotus Petals or dead lands are obviously not useful to him right now. Chrome Mox is not going to do anything. And pretty much, like, if he goes for one spell that has to resolve, a force could potentially just win us the game here, so he's got to be kind of careful to play around that if he can. So yeah, I guess it's a choice of, like, how are you going to spend your 5 mana? Because you're not going to get the mana back now. Trickster has taken away your extra mana from this. I probably was supposed to Trickster it first before I countered the defense grid. That is a thing, I guess. I can't counter the next thing that he plays. Okay, he's going to get Burning Wish, so what are you going to do with it? However, that only protects Burning Wish, right? It doesn't protect the thing that Burning Wish finds. So what are you going to cast for 2 mana? Like, I guess he could try to Grape Shot me for value. That's a thing. He is going to Grape Shot for value here, so... See how he divvies this up. Alright, so 15 targets here. Let's see how he divides this. Because if he only puts 2 on the Master, I can actually just force one of them and, like, the math will fall apart, so... It looks like he might be only be putting 2 on it, so... No, he's going to put a 3rd one on Master just to be safe. Okay. Well, he's probably going to succeed at killing our board here. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, he did put a 3rd one on Master just to be safe here. 4th one on Master. So, Master the Pearl Trident is taking 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. Then Emperor Mihail is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So they are killing Mihail. Alright, so I guess all this stuff is just going to resolve. They were just being extremely cautious. Alright. Okay. I guess I just play basic island here. Probably best to just Tide Shaper this thing and Vial and True-Name Nemesis and just keep Silvergill up for force. Could also like yeah, I think that's what we have to do here. So uh, we'll make him take the damage with the Ancient Tomb. Okay, so he's just basically using these as lotus petals. Um, I guess. Okay, sure. I can't counter whatever the next thing is. He might just be cycling this, but we'll see. Defense grid. The next instant or sorcery he casts this turn can't be countered. Okay, well, forcing this doesn't really matter to me, so I can't pay the mana for the defense grid anyway, so if I used my mana to do it, it wouldn't really do much. So basically, like, I can't do anything here. Galvanic Relay, okay. So he's going to get to cast a bunch of spells next turn. Ancient Tomb. Alright. So, revealed a bunch of mana here. Alright. That's kind of cool. I think I'm just attacking with True-Name. He didn't really reveal anything useful right now. He can make a bunch of mana. However, I do have the ability to bounce the defense grid if I want to with Otawara. And I could just pay 3 for a force, so either way is kind of fine. We'll see what he does with the mana, so if he uses the Ancient Tomb, bouncing the Burgi and attacking with these two is also a line. Okay, play Ancient Tomb. Going to 2, alright. So he's not afraid of True-Name at all. Okay. This card's Echo here. This card's another Echo. Well, he only has enough mana to cast one of these Echoes, right? And he has no more cards in hand, so like the Chalice on 0, or I guess he could cast the Burning Wish. I don't know if that's gonna help him though, because he's not gonna have mana for this. I mean, I I think that I have to let this happen. I need him to like tap out, kind of. Chooses Shattering Spree. Oh fuck! All right. Okay, well he's gonna have enough mana to double Echo here, so I guess what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna Otawara this defense grid in response. Okay. All right. I have to think. I have to really think about this now. Echo of Eons can definitely fuck things up here. So he's definitely gonna play 3 more things. I could potentially bounce this back to his hand. The problem is this is also here. Yeah, alright. This is... Alright, so what's going to happen is... I can only either counter something or bounce something with Otawara. I theoretically can't do both unless I unless I bounce the defense grid and then try to counter Echo. But I think if I do that, he's going to have enough mana to recast the defense grid, and then I will still be fucked. So what I might need to do here, like forcing this doesn't really help me. If I bounce this thing back to their hand, he has to use all of his mana to pay for this, and then he can still cast 1 Echo with this in play, and then theoretically that's just lethal. And then and if he does that, then he can just also discard like 7 cards to just cast like 14 things, and I will basically just die to that. Let's see, if I bounce this thing back to his hand, then I don't have Force online, which means like he can double Echo me this turn, which is also really really bad because he'll be able to do this through defense grid and still have a bajillion mana. So I don't think that, yeah, because he can only cast 1 Echo, right? If I force this, he can only cast 1 Echo, and I think that's just kind of what I have to. But he's going to be able to, yeah, he's going to get like a bajillion cards, so I don't know. This is really hard. I don't know. I don't think I have much of a choice here because he does have to actually kill me this turn. It's just a matter of whether he's going to have enough storm to do it or not. Thinking. Okay, so at least this cuts him off of colored mana, I think, if I counter this. But it might not matter. He might still just be able to storm off for lethal anyway. But I think I have to try. I think keeping him off of the colored mana matters more. So he's gonna get to or to Echo here. So, and then we just basically have to hope that we don't die, even though there's a very high chance that we will. Um, it's another true name. Like the thing is, if we untap, we win, and if we don't, then we die. So that's how it is. And he has the horn, so he can just discard all of his dead cards to find like good stuff. Okay, well those aren't important. We basically need to dodge like Burning Wish. We are on match 2 up against Ruby Storm. Unfortunately, it looks like he's probably going to be able to combo and kill us here. So we won our first match versus Doomsday. He's got Wish in. Alright, I think that means we're dead. Like, he should theoretically be able to, Grape Shot us for 17, assuming he has a second Grape Shot in the sideboard. Which I can't possibly imagine he doesn't. Void Snare. Okay, so... Okay, I guess he's unlocking the mana here, finally. Alright. Alright, this is all on you. Good luck, opponent. Alright, things are going to get wildly out of control right now, because now he has Wish. And Wish is just going to, Wish is going to probably grab Grape Shot, and that probably means we're dead. So we can't cast any more spells because of the defense grid. Oh, he's getting Tendrils. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, alright, he found Tendrils. He found a way to unlock, to unlock the mana, so. Alright, that was rough. I mean, I think in general we should have a pretty good match versus this deck, but, alright. This is probably not a Mihail matchup. Usually this is not a True-Name matchup either. However, this is definitely a Blue Elemental Blast matchup for sure. And also a Null Rod matchup, as it turns out. So I guess we just take out, like, I don't know, a Trickster? It definitely could kill you on turn 1, I can see that. I think this is just what we're doing here. Maybe we're supposed to take out a Lord, actually. You can cast Trickster at flash speed, so that might matter. Okay. I think we have to keep it and just pray, so... We're putting Vial on 2, and we're going to hope that's enough. Okay, Rite of Flame, sure. We do have triple Curse Lords, but I think I'm probably going to have to pitch one of these to this Force of Negation, I'm assuming. We're definitely not letting this happen. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that. I think we are just gonna die. We have no answer to empty the Warrens in turn 1. His hand was absolutely completely unbeatable turn or game 2, so we got turned 1 like through double force. It's terrible. Alright, well, what are you gonna do? I don't feel like that matchup should be that bad, but like that hand was absolutely fucking insane. So that can happen sometimes, I guess. So yeah, Pixel Tamer, looks like I'm joining you in the died on turn 1 club. Welcome to Magic the Card or Magical Cards. So match 1, no, we played Doomsday with Martyr in match 1, so I cannot keep this. This is not really much better, but I do have to keep it, so. Yes, blue-black fish. Alright. We can at least cast the Hexcatcher and the Tide Shaper, so I think I'm going to keep this and just get rid of Trickster. Yeah. Alright, Mr. Purple Gambit, what are we doing? Opponent kept 7 cards. Let's just hope that this force is enough to keep us alive. Alright, well, Flooded Strands means that if they want to crack it, they'll have to wait till the end step. That's actually pretty good here. Alright. I think I'm just supposed to play the Vial and then use the Wasteland. Let's see what happens. I will attack with the Tide Shaper first, just to see if they crack this to use removal on it or something. Maybe they'll get a Tundra and just swords it. Possible. I find that to be unlikely, but I think that it's possible, so we'll give them the chance to screw up and do it. I will play the Vial kind of for the same reason, where if they like... No, that's a mistake, because they could daze it here and I can't really do anything about that. Brainstorm. They got a basic island. Okay, so this might be the... This might actually just be, Jeskai. So they might force the Vial. They are going to force Vial. They got rid of Predict. Okay. Think I'm supposed to protect this. If they're forcing Vial, it's probably because they don't have removal for it. They don't have Prismatic Ending to get rid of it. They do have a good island art. That is, it's one of the classics. Oh my god, is this fucking Doomsday again? Sheoldred the Apocalypse. What the fuck did we just walk into? Okay. Are they gonna, like, wheel us or something? Okay, well, we're gonna lose two. This is not good. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Okay, well, that's really bad. We are on a short clock here. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I don't know what deck is playing Dark Ritual into this thing. It does die to Dismember, but I'm not sure that's going to matter. I think we need to draw like an island right now or we're just losing. Ugh. God. I don't have a choice. I have to find land right now or I die. Okay. I think that just means we're fucked. All right, what deck is this? Like, what am I playing against that is like dark ritualing into this thing? I mean, they could attack, but I guess I could just block with these two, right? Yeah. I don't think they're going to attack. I'm more concerned that they don't attack, and now I'm just going to die to the triggers off of this. Like, I'm taking 3 a turn that I can't deal with, which means I'm dead in 3 turns, and they are at fucking 28 life. I'm never going to beat this. They don't have to attack. Like, I don't know. In theory, maybe if I found an Island Walk Lord, I could theoretically try to fight. But I don't think that it's going to matter. I kind of need to draw an Island Walk Lord. Playing a True-Name Nemesis right now is not going to really do much. Or off the vial here, so... I think I am just dead. So I'm going to go to 4 and then 2 and then I'm just going to die. I have one more turn. And drawing 1 Lord is not enough. I cannot attack. There's no way I can deal them 31 damage in 1 turn. The only thing I can hope for is that they show me another card before I sideboard. I don't actually have to look at this because nothing I draw can kill them. Sideboard knife? Yeah, that could theoretically do it, but I don't have sideboard knife. Okay. So I guess I need Dismember for this. Like, and maybe Brazen Borrower. That seems like that could help. What is not good versus this deck? We're running blue-black here. I'm assuming Mihail might be a little bit slow versus this deck, and it's also maybe vulnerable to removal. I don't really have a lot to take out. I guess a Force of Negation. And keep a Force of Will. I don't know, maybe 1 Hexcatcher. I think that we just got bamboozled. Sure, I guess I'll keep this. Yep, there's Bobble. Tundra. Okay. So maybe I'm going to be using Tide Shaper in this thing. I'm assuming they're going to like Swords to Plowshares this. There's no other reason I can think of that they would do this right now. Or I could just Wasteland them. That actually seems way better. Yeah, Wasteland seems like a much better plan here. Okay. We need more creatures. Oh, they don't have another land! Get fucked! Oh my god. Amazing. Okay, Merfolk. Everybody, dunk noises. Wasteland is probably going to win us this game. Go ahead, force it. See what happens. Okay, how many cards deep is your first land? Oh, fuck, they found it on top. Alright, well. That's not cool. Okay, you have a Dark Ritual. Are you gonna Ritual again? Doomsday! Get the fuck out of here. Am I supposed to sack the Hexcatcher to this thing? They're playing Doomsday with this. Okay, so they obviously can't pay for a Hexcatcher right now. They could have a Force. Part of me wants to let this... I don't think I can let this resolve. I think I guess... Throw away the Tide Shaper. Yeah, let's do this. I don't like that it slows my clock down, but I think that we have to do this. And I might just play the Trickster this turn just to increase pressure. Assuming they don't do anything crazy. Scrubland? I don't like where this is going. Baleful Strix. I guess. All right. I have to I guess I have to sacrifice the Hexcatcher here. No, I have to sack the Trickster still, I think. This is too funny. We have to keep doing this. This thing has to stay in play. Basically, we need an Islands Walk Lord. Yeah, Trickster goes away. I don't know, if they're just gonna trade if they're gonna use Doomsday as like a murder, I guess that's fine. I can't attack into this thing right now, so I guess I just have to pass. I need a Lord badly. I mean, Force is online, yeah. How many fucking Doomsdays do you have? None? No more? Okay, you're just not gonna throw it away into a Hexcatcher. I don't really want to bounce this thing with Otawara. Okay, they're just drawing cards, I guess. Well, we don't have to draw an island, so that's kind of cool. Um, you know what? I probably should play the Otawara just because I can then cast Force and play around Daze. I still can't attack. I need something to get rid of this. I guess it'd be kind of good for me if they play like Shieldred. Um, I definitely have to try countering this. I think I'm going to die to this Monastery Mentor. Okay, yeah, I guess Esper Doomsday is going to kill us, and there's not really a whole lot we can do about it, so we just start flooding out here badly. That sucks. I guess theoretically drawing Dismember is not too late here because I can Dismember and still keep up Force. I don't think this actually matters that much. They're just gonna cast spells into the Chalice and still kill me. I think that missing a draw here just ensured that we can't win, so. It does, like, they don't even need to resolve spells now. They can just throw things away into this and just win that way, so. Alright, look, that's game over. I'm not going to beat that. I mean, I guess they're just playing one card combos along with a bunch of actual threats that we just can't defeat, so uh it's I don't know what to say about this. This is a really weird deck, but it seems like it did really good, so maybe that's better. Is this better than Murktide? I can't actually tell. Like, it's like an Esper control deck that's just playing Doomsday as like as not maybe not like a full Doomsday deck, but it's just like kind of a side package to a control deck, more or less. Oh, that's weird. Doomsday is definitely one of the decks I would really like to find better cards to deal with, but like none of the cards I was thinking about playing in my sideboard would probably be good against what we just went up against, so I am not really sure how we defend against stuff like control, threatening, like mentors and shieldrids, and one card like killing us in turn one. Like the biggest problem with Doomsday is that Chalice on one. What the hell? Okay, the client just freaked out. Tried to Paris and failed. Yeah, the problem is that Chalice in one does not actually stop them from just using Doomsday to win the game. They can just pay 3 mana for it and just be able to combo off without having to cast any one drop. So, unlike most of the combo decks, Chalice does not actually turn off any of their actual combo parts. This is fine. We'll keep this. Probably be playing Chalice in 1. Would be my guess. Trickbind? I mean, yes and no, because the problem with Trickbind is that it's also a Thoughtseize deck, so, like, if your plan is Trickbind, they can just Thoughtseize it away and then cast Doomsday. Oh god, is this Reanimator? Okay, it looks like it might be. They took away Chalice, so I probably have to Wasteland this thing. Oh yeah, we're definitely using Wasteland here. Well, drawing Force was a great pickup here, so. Okay. We're not doing that. Okay, I guess maybe we are doing this after all. If they unmask themselves to put... No, they took my Silvergill Adept. Okay, instead of trying to put their own creature in the graveyard. That's surprising. Well, Emperor Mihail was definitely a lot worse than Cursecatcher in this situation. Does that just mean that they just have, like, another Faithless Looting or something? We are not in... Alright, so yeah, they can just, like... They can just use Faithless now, but... They exiled a Gristlebrand, so maybe they have another one in hand still. They're gonna looting it in here. Alright, well, this is bad. Sure. We really need to draw another Force. I guess a Chalice on 1 theoretically could be good enough. Force, that'll work. This is probably a match where if we draw the other land, we're going to play Emperor Mihail and just exile True-Name Nemesis. So, okay. I assume they have a reanimation spell that they're going to try to use. Never mind. They're just going to fucking grief me and then... Sure, you have literally everything. Thoughtseize, Unmask, and Grief is way too much for me to deal with. Like, I can't... We top-decked our way out of this and they just, like, found everything regardless. Yeah. We're dead. We cannot beat that. This is also one of the problems I have, like... I don't know what I can reasonably put in my sideboard that's going to help versus Reanimator, because it really does feel like anything that I'm trying to play that's going to slow them down, like, is just going to die to, like, their Thoughtseize and Grief. I guess Brazen Borrower is better than this. Oh, we need Unlicensed Terse as well, so... Alright, I guess just like that. Either cutting Island Walk Lords versus Trickster does not make a huge amount of difference. Like, I guess you could cut a Master here, but I don't know. It could be the same. We can do that. Sure, fuck it. I feel like they're mostly just going to be 2/2s, so... Like, the shtick with this game is they're either going to, like, get us in, like, turn 1, or we're going to stick something, and then it's going to be fine. That was just ridiculous. Like I don't know how any deck, yeah, like versus that kind of draw, like there's not really anything you can do. We're gonna be on the play, and this hand sucks. You have to mulligan. And the problem is, like, they kept 7 cards, so like anything, like I can't keep this either. I have to keep this, and all of this is bad. I have 2 forces and a chalice. I guess I just have to get rid of chalice. I have to keep 2 forces. If I draw a land, I might be able to just play the Hexcatcher. It's very, very safe to assume that they're going to take at least 1 card away from your hand, and there's a reasonable chance that they might take 2. The thing is, like, I guess we could have stuff like Grafdigger's Cage in the sideboard, but it only helps in the games when we're on the play. So if they win game 1, like, it might only help you for game 2, because game 3 they'll be on the play and they can just like take the cage away. So they're also definitely bringing in stuff like Serenity, and I would assume that they might have 1 copy of Shenanigans to entomb for. Serenity, I think they have like 3 copies of, definitely, so any artifact or enchantment based hate that you're going to play is just going to get blown up to that. Okay, I don't know what's taking them so long. It's not a great night of magical cards so far. I need to come up with a better plan versus Doomsday for sure, though, because I am not satisfied with the way that matchup goes right now, and I'm not particularly satisfied with the way Reanimator goes, but I don't think that I can really change much that's going to make much of a difference. Like, the Reanimator just relies on you having a critical mass of cards that matter, and there's only so many of them that you can run, and we're running about the maximum number of those, so I don't think that I could make this better against this deck if I really tried, and I'm not sure what to do versus Doomsday. Doomsday is just really hard, so they didn't do anything in turn 1. That's a good sign. Okay. So I might be just flashing in this Hexcatcher to counter something this turn. No entombing for you. We have 1 more counterspell online right now, and then we're just dead to something, so... Okay. Let's... Doing anything? No? Okay, well... Fuck! Alright, I have to do this, right? The entomb is the thing that matters the most. I guess I'm just playing a Trickster on their end step. Do you have a third one? No. Okay. Try to hurt their colors as much as possible. So they want to try to play, if they want to try to play, like, say, Serenity in anticipation that I might draw, Cage or something. All right, well, they just have another fetch land, so that's not good. Maybe they're just stuck with a bunch of reanimation spells. That's possible. All right, well, we just have to try to kill them before something bad happens. We have Island Walk, so that's a plus. So even if they play like a Grief, I can attack through it at least. Animate Dead? What? Oh, they took back my fucking Hexcatcher. Okay, well, that's not gonna really help you, dude, because I have Island Walk. They are desperate, and it's not gonna work. I guess I could have attacked with the Master of the Pearl Trident, but I don't really need to. Well, they can't, like, gain life with Gristlebrand, at least. Okay, well, against all odds, we managed to get there on 5 cards, so... Sure, I'll take it, I guess. The only other thing I might consider, like... It does counter Faithless looting, but that's about it. I don't really think there's anything else I'd want to cut for it. And look there, like, Island Walk actually ended up mattering a lot. Well, I don't know if it mattered a lot, but, like, it definitely seems like it could have ended up mattering, so, yeah. I, the Borrower is probably better than the Blast, and I think everything else is fine the way it is. Alright, we just have to pray. We just need them to not keep a fucking incredible opening hand again, so... They mulled to 6. I think I have to mulligan 2. This is not really any better. They're really debating 6, so I think I have to go to 5 here, because I don't know. I don't feel like this is enough. We don't have interaction for them doing whatever they're doing. I need something to hope for, and this is not really getting me anywhere. They might be debating keeping 6 cards just, like, without Thoughtseize or something, so if that's the case, then if we mull to 1 Force, that could just be good enough. I think if it was a good 6, they would have just snap kept it already. Could be wrong, though. Alright, well, I have to mulligan one more time. We are going to keep this. Get rid of Chalice and a Tide Shaper, I guess. No, you know what? Get rid of Chalice and a Trickster. Because I might be able to draw a land to do something with Tide Shaper. Okay. Well, we have double forces, so it's basically the same hands we kept last time. Sure. Thoughtseize. They can take 1 force here, and hopefully the other one is fine. They're not going to do anything until they can actually, Okay, attack for one. If I can find one land, like, this hand actually does turn around, so. And I need to play the Tide Shaper here to have a chance. If I can find one land, Hexcatcher will actually help us, like, just slam the door. Okay. They did not seem to find what they needed here. Okay, that's great. Alright, now I feel a lot better about this, because now we have some decent protection up. And if we can just draw any blue card next turn, we probably just clinch this. It's also not bad. Alright, let's use this first. So I can always throw this away to a Hexcatcher if I have to. That should do it, though. With Hexcatcher in play, this should be good enough. So they like can't play Gristlebrand and activate it here. Like, they're not going to Entomb Reanimate anything, so I think we're okay. Sure. They have to try something. Their hand is just full of, like, lotus petals. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna matter. Well, you know what? No, it definitely could. Okay, Oh, fuck, I should have countered that. Why didn't I do that? Fuck. Alright, I was thinking about whether I could aggro through this. Okay. They're gonna go up to... They gain 3 life. Fuck. I should have thrown away the creatures to this. I did not realize they had to actually use the lotus petals for this. Could have traded these 3 things. Oh, god damn it. This is game 3. I have to sacrifice a creature. They're going to gain 3 life, so I guess I have to draw like a Trickster or a Lord or something. Alright. I should not have needed to. I should have just sacrificed creatures to counter the stupid Animate Dead. Alright. They have 1 card in hand. It's 7. Can attack them, they block the Lord, go to... Take 5, go to 2, and then they're going to go back up if they attack. So I'm still kind of in the same position for next turn. Where I have to draw a Lord to kill them, or a Trickster. Right, I do this. They block, say, Lord of Atlantis. They take 5, go to 2, attack me. I have to sacrifice a creature. That's not really going to work, is it? I need, like, Borrower or Trickster. If the Lord dies, then... If I don't attack, they're going to go up to 10. They're like... No, okay, it is Borrower or Trickster. I think that's it. That's all we've got. I don't... And then we have to... Or we could, like... Yeah, playing another creature, I guess, like... Just keeps the status quo. Attacking here puts them to 2, but then I'm only left with a 2/2 in play, and they're at 5. That doesn't seem great. I think we're just passing here. I guess the Tide Shaper goes away. I can keep 5 in play. Oh god. Alright, they have 1 card left in hand. I think that's just it. We are just gonna die. I'm gonna go to 1 here. I don't think that's enough. No, I so punted this game by not sacrificing 3 creatures to counter this thing. Because I just was not paying attention, and I just saw he had 3 Lotus Petals in play and did not realize that he was going to have to sacrifice them to cast this stupid Animate Dead. Okay, I guess if I draw Trickster like every turn for the rest of the game, then maybe. Or Borrower. And even that's really, like, asking him... It's asking a lot, because he has to not have any more Animate Deads. He's gonna get Sarah's Emissary. I think that's gonna do it. Protection from creatures is enough. Yeah, where the fuck were you? Oh god. Alright, this isn't we are just dead here. Because nothing we do is gonna matter, so yeah. Whatever. This game was a punt. That was my fault. We could have took game 3, even though, like, we were on a Moldify that actually would have, yeah, if we sacked 3 creatures there, we would have been left with a Lord of Atlantis, and that could have been enough to try to, like, hang on. So I don't know, that letting the Archon get into play was just inexcusable. That's definitely just my fault. I'm not paying attention. Still not entirely, like, I'm not comfortable with that matchup in general, though, because it's just too brutal. And they have too many answers to the things that we use to answer them. I think we have to keep this. This is fine. Volcanic Island, pass. Okay. That's not a bad card to see. I'm assuming no Brainstorm. Okay, so what do we got going on? Bloodstain Mire. Okay, I'm not sure how to feel about that. I guess we're just passing again and seeing what happens. They do. Grief is just a fucking mistake card that just should not have been printed. I cannot believe that, like, Wizards of the Coast thinks that, like, the elementals are reasonable magic cards that should see print. Just, what the hell? I think the deck had the correct amount of resilience before they added grief. You can't even, like, misdirect it because it specifically only targets the opponent. So, like, in trying to fix it, they just did not actually fix it. Like, they fixed it for Modern, but somehow made it worse for Legacy. Yeah, Modern, I do agree that, like, you know, there are some people that are trying, like, Heritage right now as a replacement to Legacy, and it's kind of interesting. I like the idea, but I also don't like the fact that oh, we're up against fucking Storm right now. We're not doing this. Get out of here. If they're gonna like Veil of Summer to resolve this, I will just throw away Hexcatcher to this thing. No Wishclaw Talismans, please. All right. Well, at least Storm is a deck we can theoretically beat. So they only have 3 cards now, and they lost their protection and their Wishclaw, and we still have a Force left. I guess I could just take them off of either black or green mana. Probably, I don't know how many more Veils they might have, but I have a Force here for anything else, so I guess I should take them off of the Taiga, because I think that's the only green source I have to worry about for now. If they just play another Wishclaw, I'll force it. I guess I'm playing Silvergill this turn. Draw our card. Another Force would be great. Islands, I mean, I guess that's okay. You gonna find Overgrown Tomb? No, you have a Bayou. Okay, so I guess yeah, they're trying to set up so they can veil into something else now. Which means that if I draw a Wasteland, I have to kill the Bayou. They're going for it, I guess. Do you just have everything? Is that what's going on? Tap, tap, tap. What are we casting here? No fucking way. Get that shit out of here. They obviously did not have it because they tapped the Bayou, so, alright. I'm not going to play the Aether Vial because I would rather them think I have another blue card in my hand for a potential another Force. With 2 cards, it seems very unlikely that they could win here, but we'll see. Now it seems all but impossible. Like, that's lethal. Okay. Sure. Storm is a deck we can beat up on pretty easily. So it's definitely not an Emperor Mihail deck. And it's definitely not a True-Name Nemesis deck. However, this is a blue Elemental Blast deck because it can counter Burning Wish, which is really important. And Hexcatcher is really good. I guess we just cut a Master of the Pearl Trident. I'm very likely to Chalice and 1 them. I mean, yeah, like these matches are not great, but I mean, this one is pretty good. So I can't be too upset about Storm. Like that's Storm is a deck that we should be able to beat. Past in Flames, they might have one, but I think usually the bread spell you have to worry about from Storm is Burning Wish. Like maybe one Past in Flames in the 75. I don't know if they actually even still play it or not, because it makes them vulnerable to certain like to some graveyard hate, which I don't think they really need to be. So I don't know if they still play because they have other engines. I'm not bringing in Hearse. No, Hearse is not better than any of the cards we have in the deck right now. Well, we have Force and Null Rod here, and we're gonna need another land to play this anyway, so I think this is worth keeping. We go Vial. We have, yeah, like, this should be okay. Well, that's also great. Silvergill hopefully will find us a second land so we can then play this thing. But our hand looks fantastic. Absolutely no fucking way. Get that shit out of here. Okay. I can play the Chalice on 0, and probably buys us some time, I think. Then we basically just have to save the Force for a Veil of Summer. That's it. Because they'll try to Veil through... well, I don't know. Like, that's actually going to be hard for them, because they do have... Like, doing it with is for 0 means they do have the line of, like, veiling a Burning Wish to get the what is it, Meltdown that blows up the Chalice or whatever. I'm pretty sure I have to force that too. And they tapped the green, so they obviously don't have Veil of Summer in their hand, so. But they could find it at any point, and that could be very hard for us. Okay. Side Chamber is pretty good. I guess we just play Null Rod here. I might not play the Tide Shaper if I don't draw another blue card. I don't know, that's hard to say, because it's not going to mana screw them by any means. I may need to hold on to it in case I draw another Force. I really would like the pressure, but I don't think that the pressure matters at the moment. Alright, let's see. What are we going to find here? No. Volcanic Island. So he just has a bunch of lands. Okay. That also might mean he has a handful of, like, artifacts. He needs pretty much exactly Burning Wish to try to get there. Could go for Ad Nauseam. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, goodbye, Chalice and Null Rod. Nice knowing you. That's kind of what I was afraid of. But there isn't really anything we can do about it. So you can get that and blow up all the artifacts. He's going to have to sacrifice 2 mountains to do it, but that's not that big a deal. However, if he's going to sacrifice 2 of the mountains, it might make the Tide Shaper better. He has got the Pulverize here. Nope, that's not the one. Sacrifice 2 mountains to destroy all artifacts. Okay. Sure. Yep, there's Mishra's Bauble. And I'm probably going to Tide Shaper this Taiga now. Oh, fuck. We might not have the opportunity. I might just be going for a win. Galvanic Relay is pretty brutal here. Mox Opal. Oof. I guess Chalice and Zero would be helpful if we could find that. So Burning Wish, Burning the Lotus Petal. So yeah, Chalice and Zero I think is the way that we need to go here. If we can draw that this turn, that would be great. Okay. That actually does something. This is good. I just have to figure out how to do this correctly now. I have to take out the Taiga here. So I think I'm supposed to Wasteland the Taiga and then Tide Shaper probably the Bayou, because it'll turn off future Veil of Summers. It does give him Brainstorms, but I think that's fine. He's already played most of his land, so he's not like gonna have a whole lot to find in his deck still. Alright. So hopefully he can only cast the he can cast the Petal and the Opal, but the Brainstorm might be the only thing that actually does anything, so... He definitely... I guess he can still cast the Burning Wish with the Opal, so... It's not great. And I guess he drew another Lotus Petal. Alright. Well, that sucks. He might be able to do something here. I guess if we draw the other Null Rod, that would be pretty awesome, but I'm not feeling it. Probably has to cast the Burning Wish, though, right? You tap the Underground Sea and the Opal for that. His last card was an Opal. Alright. Yeah, Chalice on Zero would have been pretty awesome this turn, but we didn't have it. The Wasteland wasn't bad, but Chalice would have been better. So he's got a Storm count of 5. He can get the Burning... He can use the Burning Wish and, like... Theoretically, like, Grape Shot and just, like, get rid of the stuff on board, and then we both go into a holding pattern. And tap Opal, Underground Sea, Burning Wish, and then sack the Lotus Petals and, like, kill off my creatures and me. Or... Are all of... Is that the last Burning Wish? Like... Rite of Flame, okay. They found Rite of Flame. Okay, so he's just gonna go for it. He's probably gonna... If I had to take a guess, get Empty the Warrens? No, that doesn't work here. What the fuck do you get with Burning Wish here? Storm? You have to get, like, Grape Shot, right? That's... I don't know what else you're looking for. So you don't have any more Burning Wishes. This is the last card you get from your sideboard for the rest of the game. Because there's one, and the other two are in exile right now. If you get Burning Wish, I don't know what's going on. He's getting Echo the Eons. Okay. He can't actually cast it this turn, but he can cast it next turn. All right. I mean, I guess that makes sense. He's just gonna gamble on that. So gamble on Echo is not a bad plan by any means. Hope that we don't have forces. Well, I'm not going to play the Vial, so I want the 3 mana up, and so I can hard cast a Force of Negation if he goes for Echo. Mock or Chrome Mox? Okay, what are we doing with this? Exiling Abrupt Decay. Okay, sure. Oh, he just gave us 2 forces. This is fucking awesome. I think we just win, right? Like, this is... If he cracks that fetch, he's dead. Okay, well, we're just gonna cast this Trickster. Like, the fetch land is offline. Or I guess we have to do it like this, right? That's the... We want to draw another blue card. Ugh. Okay, I could play the Master and put him to 1 life. They can't use the fetch land, and then I can only force 1 thing. But I have a feeling that that's probably good enough. I guess I could have played the Silvergill Adept, right? I could have played Gil plus Master, but I don't think that makes a huge difference. Sure, Brainstorm. Like, I think they're dead. I'm not sure how they're going to win here, because I think all of... I don't know, the Echo did shuffle back in some of the, 2 Burning Wishes, right? So they could potentially try to do something with that. I guess Veil could potentially be a thing. Wishclaw Talisman, I mean, this isn't the spell that I counter here. I need him to tap out as much of the mana as possible. He's only got 2 left, so... Okay, what are you going to search for with Wishclaw? I guess LED? That makes sense. And then Echo, and then just Pray. I had to force that because otherwise, when he gets LED and does it, I need to be able to try to cast more forces for this, so... Still not impossible. He could still theoretically get there. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, that's really good. We have double forces yet again, so... Oh, yeah, well, I can flash in a Hexcatcher for sure. Yeah, that's true. Because I can throw away 1 Hexcatcher. Yeah, we have 3 pieces of interaction. This is, like, an amazing hand for us off of this. Yeah, okay, we got it. Well, it's so dangerous to cast Echo against our deck, because we have so many ways to interact with it, but... So that really should have been a 3-2, because I did punt the Reanimator match, I think, but it still was not a great night of Magic. So, I don't know, we didn't really get to use this card. I think we once maybe we have this. I thought we did use though. It would have been good against the Ruby Storm deck, but we never like actually got to use it. I don't. Yeah, because we just died in turn one. So, it would have been fine. Hexcatcher did look fantastic here. The only thing I'm wondering is if this should be like 3 and 3 instead of 4 and 2. I don't know. We'll have to try it more and see. This is definitely Hexcatcher is going to be a lot worse if we're playing against decks that side in like Plague Engineer. But I mean, Hexcatcher will be a little bit better against like combo decks because like it is good against Doomsday. So I don't like this. We tried with Emperor, but like it just didn't like. We didn't get to actually use him to do anything. We just got to play him as like a 3/3. So I don't think that Emperor Mihail belongs in like the regular Merfolk list. This slot has to be better for something. You think that 6 Island Walk is enough? I mean, maybe. I feel like having the 5th Force was fine. The only thing that I'm really worried about is like we don't have like a very good answer to Mince and Boo. Like I guess Blue Elemental Blast does technically kill it, but the decks that play it don't have a lot of red cards. They're basically just splashing for that and like Pyroblasts. Maybe that's enough to bring it in, but like overall it's not really like we don't have a whole lot of good ways to deal with that Planeswalker once it resolves, so yeah, the being able to cast Vodalian Hexcatcher off of Wasteland mana definitely is relevant, so that is fair. We do have it for that. So yeah, we have at least 12 things that we can cast in turn 2 that take advantage of brown mana, so it is an advantage a little bit. But I think that probably this slot we need to dedicate to something better. I mean, I think the sideboard is probably fine, but I'm not sure what else like goes in here that's gonna help that much. Like Curse Catcher maybe, but even like Curse Catcher doesn't feel like it's that great. I mean, it could be like another Chalice or something and another Lord of Atlantis. That's possible. I mean, when Chalice is good, it's really good, but when it sucks, it really sucks too. So I don't know. Yeah, like the thing is like Curse Catcher, it's good when you can like sequence it so that you go like turn 1 Curse Catcher into like turn 2 Chalice or something. Yeah, it does help protect it against that. That is true. Where Force of Negation is only really there to help protect us from trying to like die in turn 2. Yeah, we can't use Force of Negation to protect Chalice, but we can use it to protect ourselves a little bit from Doomsday. So and again, and like also the Storm deck. So yeah, it matters a little bit for that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be Curse Catcher. It is something to do on turn 1. Like it curves a little bit better with the deck. I mean, that's probably how it's supposed to be. But part of me also still like wants to try something like Phantasmal Image in this slot just to see if that works as well. Because like copying True-Name Nemesis against some decks is really good. The only thing that's not great is like Dress Down is definitely a card that we have to be concerned about if we're gonna go hard on the True-Name plan, but might be okay. So I don't know. There's a couple options that we can try, but I definitely don't feel like this is the shell that wants to play a value 3-drop that doesn't have protection. So if you want to play Emperor Mihail, you should be playing it with Thought Lash, because like that version of the deck actually can make much better use of it. Because then Thought Lash plus Mihail is like an I win the game combo. Where here it's just kind of like hope that it doesn't die to like a million different removal spells, like, you know, Fatal Push or Swords to Plowshares or Pyroblast or Lightning Bolt or whatever. Yeah, Dress Down blowouts do suck for sure. Yeah, and Phantasmal Image is kind of cool against like Death and Taxes when you can like copy their Skyclave Apparition and then start eating their own creatures that way. So that's kind of cool, but I don't know. I've also thought about maybe something like 2 Engineered Explosives somewhere in the sideboard. Maybe helps a little bit with some stuff, but I don't know. I'm not really committed to that idea yet either, so I don't know. It'll require a little bit more thought, but like I think we definitely need to be playing with like at least probably 3 hex catchers. That does seem correct. So, and I do think that at least the 5th Force here is probably a little bit better than the 4th Chalice in the main deck just because of Doomsday. Because that deck is getting popular, and it's, again, kind of like Reanimator. It's one of those decks where you need, like, if your plan is to force Doomsday, then you need a lot of forces for that, because they have a lot of discard spells for it, and, I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe it would be cool to have another Dismember somewhere too, but I don't know. These blue elemental blasts could definitely be something else, like maybe another Dismember or like another card. So think we can think about that for the time being. All right, but that's all we're doing for today. So I appreciate everybody being here with me. Um, Means a lot. I enjoy our time together. You know, I only really do this because I want to be entertaining everybody here. So, and yeah, I need to get more practice in before Eternal Weekend. 'Cause I need to find a 75 that I feel really, really comfortable with. And this feels like it's getting there, but I'm not sure if we're exactly where it needs to be yet. It probably needs slightly more tweaking to get it to a spot where I'm comfortable. So, okay, what do we got going on here? We gotta go find somebody to raid. This is always the most interesting part because I have no idea who like even streams on Thursdays most of the time. Let's see, is there anybody stream like? Oh, you know what? Legacy Pit is going, but is anybody else like? You know what? No, we're gonna go visit Lord Asex because he's one of our fish fan people. He's playing Spirits and Pioneer, so we like our blue tempo deck, so we're gonna go and check that out. Okay, that's what we're doing. So if you're watching the replay, please give this a thumbs up. That's all I ask. That's good enough for me. So thank you for being here, and then I will see you again next week. Maybe we'll play Legacy with a slightly tweaked version of this list and see how it goes. So, okay, I'll see you next time.